Okay, the recording has started. Welcome everyone. This is another interview style session with Bettina. This one is focused on diamond energy, which is a program that something that Bettina, I think, has been doing for like 10 years or so. She designed a program that is uploaded under the website about a couple of weeks ago. And Bettina, welcome. I know you're on the call, and tell me when you're ready to go through some questions.
Hello, Eric. Hello, everyone. I'm very glad that you're here. It's always nice to have people that I can talk to. You know, I love talking a lot, even during my sessions. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm ready for the questions whenever you are.
Perfect. So let's start with basically the most, give me 1 second, letting more people come in. Let's start with the basic question in a way. What is diamond energy and where did it come from?
So diamond energy is an energy form, yeah, like it's liquid silver, if you will, with a touch of gold and a touch of pink, and it actually originated around the time of the Atlantean seafaring empire. Yeah, it was the Atlanteans used crystalline energy a lot, and the actual origin of diamond energy is the seventh dimension, yeah, liquid crystal. So this is where this actually comes from, and this is why this energy also feels a bit crystalline. It always feels like it has substance, but it is also because it is 7D. It is very, very subtle. Yeah? So you don't really have a rush like when you're excited and energy is flowing through your body, or a warmth or a tingling feeling. Sometimes you do, yes, but diamond energy is actually very, very subtle. And so when the Atlantean Empire disappeared, yeah, when the seafaring nations went under, so did the use of diamond energy mostly. Yeah, it was forgotten for all intents and purposes. And when I worked for the planet, I do this a lot. Everybody knows I'm working for the planet, doing grid work, doing all kinds of things. And a few years back, I was basically restoring and repairing old temples all around the world. I mean, there have been groups of shamans going around the world repairing temples and putting these back into order and reactivating sites like Stonehenge, Avebury, in England, or other sacred sites like the Mayan pyramids and so on and so forth. However, there are planets where this is not possible, and there are places on Earth where this is not possible. For example, if the temple that you want to reactivate is underwater. And in this case, I've been working for temples in Greece and in the Mediterranean, but this is actually located beneath the Bermuda Triangle on the seafloor. So I was called on creating space for this temple to be renewed and working together with my contacts, you know, angels, ascended masters, galactic beings, whoever shows up. And when it was finished, I was asked if I wanted to be initiated. And yeah, of course I wanted to be initiated. And so this happened. I got initiated, so I got this beautiful diamond crystal that's sitting in the center of my heart space. Yeah, right next to the crystal of divine love. And when that happened, I really had no idea what this was at the time. That's like 10 years ago. And a few months later, I was told, hey, you need to use this. You need to make this available to people. You need to give, you know, initiations and workshops and stuff. And at the time, so I started doing some live workshops in Germany, but that didn't really take flight. And then my life took a left turn and things changed. And so I didn't have the opportunity to do this anymore. And well, I've been using it for myself, for my pets, for the places where I was, you know, at home and at work and so on and so forth. But I haven't really used it for anybody's benefit in a long time. And that only changed when I started doing energy work for people.
Wow. I have to say, I absolutely love the way you express these things, where things come from. It's like, It's anyway. It's just
Thank you.
it's like, you know, yeah, there's the temple over there. It's on the there, so I went there. It's like you make it so amazingly easy and so amazingly real. Thank you for that. So
Well, maybe I'm just not a poet and can put
yeah,
beautiful words to it. For me, I'm a
yeah,
very practical human being, so it's like A, B, C, and D.
yeah. I love that. I love that. So, what makes diamond energy different from other healing energies?
So the interesting thing about diamond energy is that, like any other energy form, it is directed by intention. You know, that's where all the energy forms are similar. If you have a healing energy like this golden smiling healing energy that I use a lot for helping physical bodies, it's easily directed with intention. Diamond energy is different in that it is very much higher vibrational, and it has a very specific property. It can elongate wavelengths. Yeah, so anything that is not in harmony will be harmonized. Yeah, if you send that energy anywhere, it is going to harmonize wavelengths. Healing energies are usually stationary. Yeah, you send them somewhere and they have a specific frequency. Diamond energy is working on frequencies. Yeah, it's like 3 steps ahead of us, and it has a kind of sentience, maybe. So you cannot manipulate the energy. You can just say where you want it to go, and then it starts harmonizing whatever is out of alignment. It's a
Okay.
bit like a joker. Yeah, you can use it wherever there's something out of harmony, out of alignment, but you cannot really tell it what to do. It does that by itself.
Can you tell us a little bit more about when you say out of harmony, out of alignments? How would we know that? How would I know that?
Um, Things that aren't in alignment feel off. Yeah, O
Okay.
double F. They feel a bit strange, or they make you feel irritated, or they give you a feeling of I don't really like this, or you feel triggered. Things that, or somebody, let's say you are in conversation with someone and that someone becomes agitated and angry and starts lashing out at you, that person is not in alignment, yeah, in that moment. Or anything that feels sick, or desperate or anxious or fearful. All of the things, all of the feelings that you get when you are focused on something or someone that is not in alignment. Yeah,
Okay.
if you
That's
have a
helpful.
feeling of of harmony, of things are great or content or nice or happy or joyful or anything like that, then the frequency is in alignment, is in harmony. But everything that makes you feel anything less than content is sort of, disharmonious or distorted or out of alignment.
Okay. So obviously you've been using it for a long time, but can truly anybody use it?
As far as I know, there are no limitations except the ones that we put on ourselves. Yeah. So the program that I have channeled, and I really didn't sit down and write it out. I was just sitting down and started recording it as it came through. The program is designed so that anybody can use it. They can simply have the initiation. That's the first module. I can talk about that later a little bit. And other than that, once you have the diamond crystal in your heart center, you can use it for any purpose you like, as long as it is for the benefit of all.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So someone is asking us, how is it different using diamond energy than aligning your chakras, for example? Is it mostly for the outside self?
I'm using diamond energy for myself. Yeah, a lot. I think from my personal point of view, I like the fastest route to victory, no matter what I do.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not someone who likes 20 steps until they finally get a result. I like 1, 2, 3, and then there is a result, or it's not the right technique for me. And diamond energy is actually a lot faster than that. Yeah, I direct it somewhere, it harmonizes whatever is out of sync, and I'm done. Yeah, so I love that this is so fast and so quick. So I don't bother with aligning my chakras. I just use the diamond chakra, which is also part of the program that I created. So I just align into the unified chakra, so I don't have to bother with the other ones.
Okay, so you've touched based on what being out of harmony is, but what other situations could we use diamond energy? What can it be applied to?
Well, literally everything. It's not just for you or for people. You can use it in any circumstance. You can use it for any kind of situation. So let's say you have a family, you can use it for your family. And the nice thing about diamond energy is that you can apply it, you can direct it where you want it to go without having to ask anyone's permission. Yeah, that's a big thing, because usually if you do something for someone, you have to ask permission energetically. So diamond energy is pure harmony. So whenever you send it to a person, the person will only take what they can need, what they can use. They are not going to
Mhm.
be in any way manipulated by the energy. Yeah, because it's, imagine you are offering someone to experience harmony. So that person is angry or sad or distracted or in any other way out of alignment, and you feel you want to offer that person this gift. So all you have to do is flow diamond energy into that person's mental body, because it's not the emotional body usually, it's the mental body that becomes agitated and disharmonious. So you just let it flow, and the person will take as much or as little as they want. There is no obligation to anything or anyone to take it. I know when I use it for my dog is always give me more. Yeah. Um, so she's like, hey, this I love this. If I try to do anything other than that, golden healing energy or let's say Reiki or whatever, my dog is like, hey, leave me alone. I don't like this. The moment I let diamond energy flow, my dog is, oh, this is great. Give me more. Yeah, so this is, you can use diamond energy to harmonize situations. Let's say you have a difficult communication. You have someone that you know it's difficult to communicate with because personalities don't really align that much. You can use diamond energy to literally allow a communication basis to be there between you and the person that you have to talk to. You can send diamond energy into your car. My car was having real trouble. It started to just, I was driving along and the motor simply stopped working. It was just out. And in the most, in the middle of doing a turn, things like that. So I was like, hey, I don't have money for a mechanic right now. So I started flooding the motor with diamond energy. And it's gone. It's not happened again. Yeah. So you can use it for technique. You can use it for your phone. Harmonize your phone with diamond energy. Yeah. And I have a lot less problems with my phone since I've been doing this, because no more glitches, no more disruptions, signals always there. So I'm using diamond energy for for all and sundry actually. Like yeah, for plants. Every time I am planting a new little tree in my garden, or a rose, for example, I love roses. So I have this beautiful yellow rose that I planted for a friend of mine, and I'm giving it diamond energy on a regular basis. And this rose is just bringing more blooms and more blossoms, and it's just growing and happy. And it feels nice to see what diamond energy can do, and you can see the results in this case. Yeah, it's really lovely. So you can even use it for elements. When I water my plants in the house, I add diamond energy to the water that I give the plants. And for me, this is like releasing all the resistance. The water is high vibrational. I put diamond energy into my drinking water all the time. Yeah, it's like having the highest vibrational water I can give my body. Yeah, so I use it for everything.
Yeah, someone is commenting that that sounds amazing, and I absolutely agree. You seem to suggest that the impact is immediate, pretty much. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So I have a bonus question for you, because there's always bonus questions with after listening to you. You said, for example, you put diamond energy with your dog and your dog wants more, but that means that you somehow receive the demand for more from your dog. I don't think that I receive, at least that's my blockage right now, that type of feedback. So going back to the previous questions, can anybody use it? How do I tie these two aspects, if you understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, with animals, it's pretty easy because the animal will react. If the animal doesn't like what you're doing, it's going away. If the animal likes what you're doing, it's coming closer. Yeah, that's a very direct feedback.
Thank you.
With body, it's the same thing. If I have an itch somewhere or something doesn't feel right in my body, I send diamond energy directly into the cells and I tell my cells, hey guys, here it is, come back into harmony, come back into alignment, and the effect is fairly immediate because then the pain is gone. Yeah, so that's rather immediate.
That's a good feedback mechanism. Yes, easy for everybody.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. For my car, it was like it didn't start giving me trouble anymore. So much for that. Yeah, I'm grateful. My plants are growing faster than anything around it. So that's an immediate feedback. If you have people or situations that you are using diamond energy with, that's a little more subtle. And remember, people only take as much as they want. It's an offer. Some people don't even take anything at all, and that is absolutely okay. You're not trying to make people happy or harmonious. You are offering help in a moment that the person is distressed. That's all you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as your intentions are pure, you are giving to your environment. You can template your house with diamond energy. That it makes you feel good when you come home because it's bright and it's lovely.
So I think I know the answer to the question that someone is asking on the chat room, but I'll ask you the questions anyway. Do you have to be within a physical radius of someone else in order to use diamond energy?
Well, that's definite no, because every time I do a session with people on the other side of the earth, I'm using diamond energy and people are relaxing. So you can use it because it's seventh dimensional. Yeah, it's not a physical kind of energy. You can send it anywhere. You can send it to Andromeda for all I care because the effect is the same. You are sending it, the energy is going there. Energy flows where attention goes. Universal law. Use it to your advantage. Start harmonizing your environment. The people in your environment, your plants, your pets, your car, your phone, your electronics, whatever you feel guided to, yeah, start playing around with this. See what you come up with. I had someone coming actually back to me, a German friend who said, you know, I had this situation with a dog that I don't know that was running around here without anybody on site, and the dog was really anxious. And I was like trying to get to so that I could grab it on the collar, and the dog wouldn't allow it. And then I stopped trying to do that, and all I did was breathe diamond energy to the dog, and 5 minutes later that dog was sitting in my lap, was being petted, allowed me to pet it anywhere, allowed me to grab the collar and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it is quite amazing what this can do. That doesn't mean that you have to do it. It is an offer that you can use this energy anywhere, in any situation, for any purpose, as long as it's for the highest good of all.
Thank you. So let me kind of try to put three questions in one. How do we get, any of us get diamond energy? And then how do we use it? And then when you take the example of the dog, for example, I'm sure you're going to get to that. In the website, there are 4 specific meditations for diamond energy. The first one to be used only once. So when you say that last example, that he used it with a dog, did he use number 2, number 3, or number 4? But first of all, so I'd like you to answer all of this. First of all, how do we get it and how do we use it?
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the program that I created. So the first You have an introduction that's for everyone to listen to on the website. That's part of the program where I talk a little bit about the energy. And then you start with module number 1. That is the initiation. So you are guided. It's a guided meditation. You are guided into the diamond temple that I, recreated beneath the Bermuda Triangle. And you are experiencing the initiation. In that guided meditation, you are getting the crystal that is then sitting in your heart space. That is done. The moment that meditation is over, you have the crystal. You don't need the first module ever again. Yeah, you have it, period. So then there comes module number 2. And the module number 2 is about, now you have it, what are you going to do with it and how? And in module number 2, I guide you through a few ideas, through a few exercises, if you will, how to apply the energy and what that would feel like, yeah, how this works. And I talk a little bit about, okay, you can harmonize your food, yeah, with everything that people are eating these days, with all the industrial food that is available. Sometimes you don't even know what you're eating, so it's a good idea to harmonize the food, because when you do, your body feels more happy about the food and is not going to resent it that much, yeah, especially if it's been industrialized in any way. So you can harmonize the food. In this module number 2, I tell you how to do this and how this works. Module number 3 is a guided meditation that is about the diamond chakra. That's a meditation that will allow you to come into a space where your entire energy field is one big diamond chakra. It starts in the heart center and is moving its way outwards. The unified chakra is actually the next stage of human evolution. I've been having it for a couple of years already. It took me a long time to get there, but these days it's fairly easy. You can use diamond energy. You can use the meditation as often as you like, and allow yourself to experience what it feels like to have one unified energy field. You that's quite an amazing feeling. And the more often you do that, after a while, you don't require the meditation. You just say unify, and you're pretty much in that state of beingness. And then there's module number 4. So by then you are probably more familiar with how you use the energy, how you flow the energy, what you would like to do with it, and starting experimenting. I could use it on this, I could use it for that. Having some fun with it, I hope, because this is not, serious business. This is enjoying the gifts of the universe and having, some fun along the way. And so the module number 4 is about advanced techniques, what you can actually also do with diamond energy. Yeah, so the modules 2, 3, and 4, you can use as often as you like. You can play around with it. You can listen to it as many times over as you feel like it. And I'm sure as people are using diamond energy, they will have ideas of their own, how to use it and what to do with it. And I would love some feedback, because I'm not omnipotent. Yeah, I'm just been using it for a long time. For me, this is totally normal. But of course, I don't try out new things all the time with what I already have. So I would like to hear from you. How does it feel? What are you doing with it? What are your experiences? Yeah, share your stories. I would love that. Or maybe we can, in a few months or so, we can invite the people that have been using it to share their stories online. So we have an open discussion and everybody can tell how it felt and what it felt like.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Some people have already acquired it over the last couple of weeks. So the introduction is on the homepage. The 4 modules that you referenced are under the shop. One thing that I'd like to mention to anyone is when you acquire the 4 modules, I would suggest that you actually download the files, because the files themselves can be downloaded. And that leads me to a question, because somebody acquired it and then she listened to the file but could not find it. So I was able to resend her the file using Dropbox. But one question for you. So if I go back to the example that you had earlier about that person, there was that dog running around and the dog seemed anxious. Let's say I mean, everybody usually, or most of us have a phone somewhere with us. Let's say I have these, so not module 1, which we use only once, but module 2, 3, and 4. Let's say I have these 3 files on my phone. would I just listen to module 2 at that time until basically it becomes second nature? How would I actually use it?
Well, I think diamond energy works very, very well with intuition. Once you have the crystal in your heart space after the initiation, I guide you in module 2 through the motions. How are you flowing the energy through your hands? How are you actually using it? How are you applying it? How are you sending it? And that is fairly easy to do because our subconscious mind and our bodies cannot distinguish between imagination and what is actually happening. So all you have to do is set the intention. I'm sending this energy there, and that's what's happening. Yeah. So once you do that, it becomes fairly easy to send diamond energy to all and sundry, and to just enjoy sending it and to have some fun with it and to give it to people who want it or who feel like, hey, wow, this is something that I would like. Talk about it, experience it, share it with others, allow yourself to give the energy to others. If you want it for healing purposes, that's just as well. It's completely open because you don't need permission. You can do with this energy and you can send it anywhere you like. There are only limitations in what you believe is possible. Yeah. You can send it to Donald Trump for all I care, as long as the intention is pure. Yeah, you want to help that guy, then he's going to benefit from it if his soul actually or his body actually wants the energy. Yeah, you don't know what the recipient is going to do with it. That is not your responsibility or your choice. Your choice is you're offering it. And once you know how to do that, it's just happening. The crystal is activating, the energy is flowing, and it's going where you are directing it.
Okay, so again, the program that Bettina put together has 4 modules. The first one only to be done once, then it has the 3 other modules that she described. So I would suggest either download the files, but then you seem to say that intending to use it would be enough in a situation, and that could happen in 30 seconds without necessarily listening to the entire guided meditation from module 2. Did I understand you correctly?
Module 2 isn't a guided meditation as such. This is actually a talk about how to use it. It's a little bit of instruction, and it's a few exercises in the middle that tell you, hey, this is how you can do it. Try it out. See how it works for you, how it feels for you. The only other guided meditation apart from the initiation is the
Yes.
diamond chakra. That's a guided meditation that actually is working best when you do it from start to finish. The other 2 modules, 2 and 4, are more of a guideline, of a manual, if you will. Now you have the
Okay.
energy, and how do you apply it?
Okay, very well. Thank you. Thank you. So what other questions? We've asked a few questions from the participants. What other questions do you have for Bettina? Now would be a great time to type your questions on the chat feature.
And while you're doing that, I'm just sending a little bit of diamond energy your way so that everyone, gets just this little bit of harmony right now.
Thank you. So that brings another question, of course. Why, or would it be possible, and why would a soul not accept diamond energy? Like you're sending us some right now. I'm wondering, is my soul going to accept it or not? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, for that, I would have to, go a little bit further afield. Let's just say that basically every soul has a journey. And there are various stages on the journey of the soul. So before it comes into a physical lifetime, when it comes into a human lifetime for the very first time, it's an infant soul. It has no idea how physical life works. It has no idea what food is. It has no idea why there is social interaction, how speech works, all of these things. And every stage of the infant soul has a couple of lifetimes that will help it go through experiences. And so as the journey of the soul progresses, it has different phases. It becomes a child soul. Yeah, when it has the infant stage behind it, it becomes a child soul. So there are enough lifetimes in that child soul phase, where there are 7 stages per phase, so that you can go through different experiences, and then the soul becomes a young soul, yeah, an adolescent soul. So if you have someone who wants to have specific experiences, has a specific agenda in a certain lifetime, that person may not want or need anything that has to do with harmony, because whatever is distressing this person is what this person wants to experience. Yeah, so it comes down to choice. Yeah, every human being on the planet is the supreme being. Yeah, we have free will, and when that person is in a bad space, and it's part of the journey, and it's part of what that soul wants to experience, then at that stage, that person is not interested in harmony, yeah, or in healing. That person is only interested in conflict, because that's the agenda. That's what is giving it the most experiences in the shortest amount of time. Yeah, and when that stage of the soul is like that, before it becomes an adult soul, it's almost like puberty of the soul. That's a stage of the soul when the soul starts fighting against everything and everybody. Those people are acting outrageously, because that's what they do in order to gain certain experiences until they grow out of this puberty stage. And if you have someone like that, you can do anything you want to. That person is not going to use diamond energy. Yeah, it's very unlikely.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Somebody is asking, I think that's a great question as well. Can we use diamond energy to help with money? And I'm assuming the question means with financial abundance.
Well, you can use it in both ways. Money, as in using banknotes and coins, very much so. Yeah, I am always having my wallet in diamond energy, and my experience is that when I do that, the money lasts a lot longer. Yeah, so I'm literally energizing and harmonizing my wallet and all the banknotes and coins in there, and that has led to that those sometimes really surprising. Like, wow, I thought I'd spend this, and it's still in the wallet. That's great. Yeah, that's the one thing that you can do. And the other thing that you can do is you can send diamond energy into your bank account. Yeah, that's a great way of harmonizing the energy, because energy is money. Money is energy. It's all the same. Energy is a flow. So no matter what the frequency of the flow is, and money has a very powerful frequency, unfortunately, it's also very distorted, because it's been used abominably for a very long time. So start harmonizing your money. It's going to last a lot longer. It's going to feel a lot better spending it, because imagine it like this. Let me see if I can explain this. Let's say you have $100 note. Yeah, it's gone through a number of hands. All of these people have a problem with scarcity and lack, and did not really like spending that money. So that $100 bill, once you have it in your hand, has an actual energetic value of 20. Yeah. So the next time you need to open your wallet to pay somebody, that $100 bill is gone, almost like you just spent a $20 note. Yeah. So the value of that note wasn't that great. So let's see if you have someone who gives you money, $100 bill, out of the goodness of their hearts. That $100 bill is going to be worth $200, and it's going to last like $200. Yeah, so imagine that money is an energy form that has a sort of manifestation as a dollar bill, as a statement of your bank account, or your credit card. Credit cards can be used or can be harmonized with diamond energy big time. Yeah, there is a chip in a credit card or in your check card from your checking account. Yeah, a chip is a crystal. Yeah, diamond energy is liquid crystal. So you send that crystalline energy into your checking card, into your credit card, into anything that has to do with money, and you are boosting the value big time.
Yeah, that
makes a huge difference. No?
That's a great explanation. Thank you, Melissa, for that question. And it makes total sense. I have a friend in Arizona who she had let's say, difficulties with money, and she was told when she asked the banknotes basically energetically what was happening. She said, you only like us when you use us. You need to just like us in general. So she started to put money apparently around her house, and her relationship with it totally changed. So that makes total sense.
Yeah, and imagine energy always wants to flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you put it somewhere in a bank account, even if it's only virtual, or you have a stack of bills stashed somewhere, it's not going to do you any good. On the contrary, the value of that money is going to drop dramatically. So use it, bring it into circulation, because the more you spend it, and if you're open and if your abundance is based on the principle that whatever you need shows up the moment you need it, you're going to open up the flow of money a lot more than it has been until today.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's take one more question if any of you have one. What other questions would you have for Bettina? That's your chance to ask specific questions on the use of the diamond energy for you. I'll give you a few seconds. Just one quick one. I want to confirm that the way you know that it works, at least for someone like me, and you know me, is by looking at changes in behaviors. That would be a good feedback mechanism.
Yes, but if you flow it for yourself or your body or your plants or whatever,
Yes.
Make one basic decision that no matter what energy you are flowing or you're intending to send somewhere, that even though you can't see it or you can't feel it or you cannot really see any results, nevertheless, it is happening because your intention makes it so. Yeah. The moment you use intention for anything, you stop flying on autopilot. Use intentions for anything and everything. And if you use intentions, you are directing how the universe responds to you.
Beautiful.
So if you use that with diamond energy, you are harmonizing, everything that energy comes into contact with.
Thank you. That's a beautiful way to end this conversation. As if anyone wants additional details on the practical sense, feel free to email us, call me directly, or just simply go on the website. The introduction, and this I think went much more in depth than the introduction, is on the homepage. The Diamond Energy program is on the shop. Once you buy it, you get access to the full files which you can download, and you have the files for yourself. And if you have any technical difficulties, I'm always there to help. For now, I'm going to stop the recording.